you know, on a day like today, I think back to 1996. So when I first came to Austin, Texas, I grew up in Houston, so I am not just exploiting the wonderfulness of Austin as an outsider, but I did move away to take a job in California and actually came back specifically to start up the Alamo Drafthouse Cinema. And my wife and my wife Carrie's here somewhere, isn't she? Carrie, you want to come up? This is my better half, Carrie, with we got a couple of newborn babies here too. Much more photogenic than I am. So, hey, come on up. Can you make that step? She'll stand down there. So, Carrie and I briefly operated a theater in Bakersfield, California, where I was working at the time, and it was an abject failure. And we came here to Austin to do it right. So we came with a giant trailer full of 200 seats, a projector, some speakers, a screen, and not nearly enough money to put an Alamo Drafthouse together. So we basically, the two of us, built it by hand back in 1997 and opened it up without any real experience other than being movie lovers. And that's, I think, is still the most important thing. So I never would have imagined, however, 15 years later, that we'd be here in Austin, Texas, opening our 5th movie theater, but we're still movie fans. I think that's the most important thing. That we want this theater to be a movie haven for movie lovers. So hopefully we're still doing that job. So I want to thank everybody here for coming out and being a part of this special day for us. But most importantly, I want to thank the staff. We've got a tremendous team. It's not just me and Carrie anymore, but there's a lot of people that made this place possible and keep it running and keep the movie lover dream alive. So thanks everybody from the Alamo for being a part of the team. We're still having fun, and I hope you guys are too. I wanted to bring up to the stage a friend of mine, and this is somebody that I've known now since 1997, and again, if you would have told me I'd be on the stage with Robert Rodriguez 15 years later, opening up number 5, I wouldn't have believed it, but local hero, Mr. Robert Rodriguez.
Thanks, Ken. I remember meeting them. Carrie came up to me 15 years ago at a party at Lewis Black's house. I think it was for the South by Southwest. I'm not sure what it was for. And I don't remember the party. I remember them. I remember their pitch. They were so enthusiastic, so young. I mean, they're not young now. 15 years ago, they're babies. And biggest smile on her face, telling me about this theater they were going to open with serve food and beer and wine. And I was like, wow, where's your husband? He must be a really old guy to be able to afford it. Tim comes over in a little t-shirt. He's like, yeah, we're opening up this business. And, wow, these guys are smart. Where did you go? You're in business school or something? You said that's first of all how you figured out to run a business, for one. And much less to do something that was really exciting like that. And you know, I grew up in San Antonio in a family of 10 kids. My best memories are when my parents would take me to the local Revival Theater because she didn't like the current movies that were out. We'd go see old Hitchcock movies and MGM musicals and double features, and those are my favorite movie memories. And it was kind of sad that got lost once I grew up. Well, some of my best movie memories now come from the Alamo Drafthouse. What they created is just amazing. And take my own kids to see like the trilogy of Indiana Jones rather than the trilogy, or to see Transformers with a live Transformer in the parking lot eating cars. I mean, I just can't imagine what their memories are going to be now compared to mine. If mine were that rich, what you've done to enrich the memories of people in movies. And that's what movies are all about. Movies are like time machines, and the memories that you have attached to them are so potent and life, they last your whole life. That what you guys are doing for the community and for people's memories and for the love of cinema, it's just, it's incredibly innovative. Probably the most innovative, can we call you exhibitionists since you're exhibitors? Exhibitionists. The most innovative exhibitionists in the country, if not the world. And I'm surprised people haven't just ripped them off. But fortunately, hopefully, in a good way, you know, with pride and some humility, they will go and take over the world so that everybody can get these memories and have these experiences. We're very fortunate to have them here, to have them care so much about it and truly keep it to where it has the integrity that only a small business can have, that grows organically. And you're all very fortunate to have them, and I guess that's why you're all up here this morning, this early, same here. It's just to celebrate such innovation and such creativity and such passion for something that we all can share. So thank you, Tim. Thank you, Carrie, for just working so hard at this and making this what it is. It's really something to be inspired by.
So, hold on right there, Robert, because you know this is a ceremony, and we have to have a little bit of flash and panache to open up this Alamo Drafthouse. So we have a little tradition. It's something of a dangerous tradition. So I don't know where EMS is anywhere in this part of the city, but it's a Napoleonic tradition. And Robert, if you wouldn't mind taking the sword. Now, when Napoleon would go out to battle, the night before they would have a party at the Chandon estate, and they would have basically a champagne blowout party. And so the tradition goes is they would cut the tops of the bottles off of the champagne with their sabers they were going to go out to war with the next day. Now, if the bottle were to explode in their hands, that meant that they would die in battle the next day, and so they must drink as much champagne as possible. However, if it would be lopped off cleanly, that means they'd be victorious in battle the next day, so they'd have to drink as much champagne as possible. So what we're going to do is we're going to decide the fate of this theater with one stroke of that sword. So this theater venture is either going to go up in flames, be a catastrophic disaster like Bakersfield, or it's going to be successful beyond our wildest dreams. I think we're going to probably point it this way, so anybody standing over there's going to be razor sharp shards of glass heading over there. I'm going to put down the microphone. I don't know if you guys want to stand. Well, it's tense there for a little moment, but thankfully it's going to be a raging success. Now, I'll keep that sword out. Keep that sword out. We didn't rehearse this, and it's probably not going to work at all. But we do have the ribbon, and with one stroke of that really dull sword, we'll see if we can cut this probably very hardy ribbon. All right, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a whirl. Yep. Yep. Oh, is that better? Is that sharper? All right. By the stroke of my hand, I do declare this theater to be... Open. Open. All right. Well, thanks everybody for coming out. If anybody does want to stay, we have a free movie starting up, and the managers will pass out passes. Otherwise, maybe we'll see you at the Hunger Games this weekend. I believe we're playing it here. Thanks again, everybody. Thank you, Robert. And we can drink that champagne.